Hey everyone, it is Lisa with Mimi's DIY Journey. Thanks for joining me today. I wanted to show you this little contraption. My husband got this for me at like an antique shop for, I think we paid maybe 10 bucks for it if I remember right. But it's actually like back in January or February, and I'm just now using it or learning how to use it. So I thought we would play with this for a little bit, and then I want to make a couple half hidden paper clips. So the first thing with this thing, now this will make envelopes, bows, and boxes. I'm going to make envelopes for the journal that I am working in, which is the Garden Whispers digital kit from Pam over at Silver and Sparkles is what I'm using. Lots of beautiful pages. This is just a couple that I have right here. So I'll leave a link in the description box below for her channel and also her Etsy. So the first thing you want to do is, like, if you're inserting a card, well, here, let me show you. These are two that I made already. So I just made a card to go inside this little envelope, and then I have a bigger one here with a Velcro closure, and I made a little card to go inside there. And of course we can decorate the cards as well. So I thought, how cute is that? Now this one I didn't put a closure on, so, but I thought we would make a couple. We'll go ahead and maybe make one little and one big. And honestly, I forget my paper sizes that I actually used. I think for the little one, I cut a square at 5 1/8. And then the bigger one, I believe I cut at 7 inches. Yeah, I believe so. So let's cut a square. We'll do a bigger one. We'll cut a square at 8 inches. And then for a smaller one, we will cut a square at 7 inches. Sorry. Yeah, paper size, 8 inches. I'll do 8 inches on one. I guess we could do 5 1/8 on the other. That's fine. Okay. So let me set this to the side. And I am just using paper that I already have printed out that's printed on both sides. So this one, let's see. What did I say? For the smaller one, well, if I can get this open, 5 1/8. Okay, 5 1/8. So there's that, and that. Okay, I'm going to keep that because I can use that on something else. So if you're like me and cannot make your own envelopes or struggle making your own envelopes, this little thing is so cute. Alright, so I'm going to put line my paper up here at the 2. That's going to get us started. And then punch, and then score right over here. Okay, so then, actually I want to turn my paper over so I can see this line better. Alright, so I am just taking my score line here and I am lining it up with this one over here, and I've already got the punch. So I'm just going to score again. So then I am going to, I feel like I'm messing this up. Line this up over here. I'm going to punch, and then I'm going to score. Okay. Turn it and line our score line up over here. Punch, and then line it up. So I've already got my score line over here because of the way I started and then flipped my paper. So I just need to line up my score line over here and punch. There we go. So I actually made just a wee bit different of an envelope. And you know what? This time I'm going to go this way with my colors. Alright. I just thought these were the cutest little things. Okay, fold that, crease it. Okay, so we'll fold those in, fold that, and, well, actually, let's see. I am going to take my pencil, and you see this one came out a little different of a shape than this one. Here's my ruler. Okay, so I am going to draw a line, and where's my little one? I guess I could just cut that off. Now, I think I'd rather bend it over, is what I'm going to do. Alright, I'm just going to line it up on this last score mark here. And I'm going to score, set that to the side, and then make sure I erase my pencil mark here. And I'm just going to fold that over and glue it. We want it like this, like that. Isn't that just so stinking cute? So let's see if we round the end. It takes it right to the bottom, and I'm okay with that. Alright, glue. So let's glue this little tab down. Perfect. And I just want to make sure that I'm not putting glue on the wrong spot here. So I'm just going to go down the sides and then down this little side here. Yep. There we go. And then we can even put a little Velcro tab on this one if we wanted to. But I think I'm going to take my little butterfly stamp and I'm going to wipe off these corners. Okay, so Yeah, this stamp lies too, because it tells you that it's this way, and it is not. There we go. Now we have a cute little butterfly stamp right in the center. Then cut just a little bit of this. Okay. I might as well just leave my ink open for a moment while we decorate that. Okay, so making sure I had the right one. Oh yeah, that's the long one. I seen that piece over here. Alright. We could, and we will, let's round the corners on this. Although this would be super cute stuck down inside. Here's admit one. That's too big. Made with love. My husband's in there trying to make he is making an aircraft carrier for his Hot Wheel airplanes. I think that's cute. Oh, I like that. Okay. There we go. It's just ink. Now, I have quite a few journals that I need to get posted up on my Etsy. I will. Okay, so let's center this the best that we can. Does not have to be perfect. Okay. And I'm sliding this right up underneath this little flower here, which looks like a peony to me. Okay, so there, we have the front and the back decorated. And then we can put some cute little tags in here. Well, here's a little bird. We can slide that in there. Let's ink the little bunny. And we can slide that in there. That is super cute. So I cut this 7 by 7. So we'll do 4 by 4. So we're going to put our mark on the 3.5. We're going to punch, and then we're going to score. So then turn it around, and then we line our score mark that we already did up with this. Punch and score. And then a turn. Punch and score. Okay. And then punch and score. Alright, so another thing with this, I'll let you know, it does have a corner rounder. So it does round the corners, and then this other thing, it says a corner slitter. So it puts this little slit in there. I don't know what that's for. Is that for when you close the envelope? Maybe? I don't know. Anyways, just to let you know, it has the corner rounder built in, so you do not have to have a separate one of these if you don't want one. I personally prefer this one. Anyways. Okay, so let's fold. Fold and crease. So this one is making a square, a 4 by 4, and I really like that music sheet. There we go. We get a little bit of the lily, part of the music sheet. I'm okay with that. Okay. Alright, so I am going to find my glue. And I'm going to put just a little bit of glue here on this corner. And that's going to glue those two flaps together. And then coming up, let me show you. See where it's straight here? I'm not going to put any glue there because I'm afraid I might glue my envelope shut. So I'm just going to go up the sides here. Yeah, and I can go all the way up. Just making sure. Just wanted to make sure. Okay. And then we can put the Velcro closure, which oh, here they are. I have just been all over the place today. Okay. There we go. Little Velcro dot, which I really need to get some more of these little ones before I run out. And then we can ink. And you can ink before you glue it together as well. if you want. And then that way, you know, all of them get some ink. There we go. Let's see. Collect moments, not things. Alright, so I'm going to put this along the bottom here. Okay. And I just want to center the words as best I can. And then I will trim off the rest. There we go. Let's get some ink on that. I should have inked that before I glued it down, but that's okay. Let's see. What did I do with the other? Oh, I put a stamp, and then I put, yeah, a little butterfly stamp. A stamp and a stamp. Oh boy. That is a cute little card, and I love these bingo cards too. Got a little heart there. Cute little dragonfly. I like him down there. Let's give this some ink. Yeah, that's cute. Alright. So let's do that. Maybe my glue didn't want to come out. I left it open too long. Alright. And that is cute. Too much on that. Just a little scrub. Okay, go across the top. No, that's too much. A little too much. It's actually a scrap. I was just looking for something that we could possibly put on the flap here, but I mean, whatever we do put, it's going to end up covering up that what little of the lily we have. Let's put this other little dragonfly over here. There we go. I think that's adorable. Alright, and then we can make a little card to go inside, which should be, I think it was 4x4. There's seeing what papers I already have here. Yep, and these are printed on the back, so get the mini trimmer. No, I want to see, is that 4? Nope, so we can do that. Buy that. And let's go just a little bit bigger than 4 by 4. So that fits perfect. Just need a little bit, just a tad bit off the side. Okay, perfect. I love it. Alright, I'm going to round these corners. And of course, add some ink. Yep, I was just sitting here, still playing around with paper. There we go. And I thought I would just bring you guys along with me. Okay. Bless you. Alright, I got a little bit of a mess there, but that's okay. Alright, so our little paper clips, I went ahead and I have my papers cut already, but these are 3 inches by 10 inches. So then I am going to get my scoreboard, and I'm going to score at 1.5, 4, and then 7. Okay, and then I am going to go ahead and score all of these. I'm going to make I think actually 4, because I already have one going. So 4 and then 7. Alright, and then that way I can move my scoreboard out of the way. There's 3. I know I have one. Here it is. I'm going to say, I know I had one that I started. Yeah. Okay. So, and of course, you know, just use whatever, you know, paper you want to. Use your favorite paper. So the 1.5 inch score, I'm going to do that side up. And then I'm going to fold that one down, and then the back piece is going to come up. So I'm going to round these corners, and of course this is optional. You do not have to do this, but I'm rounding all corners. So you can round whatever corners you want to. You can round none of them. All a personal preference. Okay, so that one's ready. So fold up, fold back, and then fold up, round corners. I love making hidden paper clips, so this is going to be a half hidden paper clip. So let's see. One of these two papers match. Okay. This one. So that one is like that. I want to do it, yep, like this. That way I have, yeah. Now, as long as I don't forget when I go back to glue these. We'll do them first. How about that? And somewhere on my desk, I do have two paper clips. I just don't know where they went. Oh, right here. There's two. Someone grab two more. And I am using my pretty gold ones. Okay. So, I am going to start. So, this little flap here, I'm going to put a little glue on each side. That's going to fold up. I wanted a notch. I wanted a notch right there. Okay. That didn't get rounded very well. There we go. Let's ink before we start gluing. Okay, so that's going to be the pink side up. Alright, I do not need to ink the inside of that other one, because you're not going to see it. Okay, notch there, and then on, it's laid out. So on this one, you want to put a notch in it. There we go. Should have done that first. Okay. Try again. Little glue here. That's going to fold up and become a pocket. And then we want to put our paper clip on. Maybe. There we go. And we are going to glue here at the top, and then along the side here. And one thing I am going to do before I glue that up is I'm going to put a piece of tape over that to keep that paper clip from moving. And then that's going to fold over, and that's going to become a pocket as well. I think that should be okay. So then there's our paper clip. I should have put the big side out, the big side of the paper clip. I mean, it'll be fine. Okay, and that'll flip up. So we have a little pocket here. We'll have a little pocket here, and there we go, just like that. And do I have anything big enough? That's probably too big. Yeah, that's gonna be too big. Might have to make our own for here. But, and then of course, yes, we can decorate all we want, as much or as little as we want. I need something. Here's a little flower. How cute is that? Very hard to ink. Okay, a little dot of glue. Okay, we'll stick a flower there. Alright, and then this can just clip right over your page like that, and it'll flip up. We can put some little decorations here, or you know, something with a little bit more, something maybe a little bigger than this, but you get my point. Some writing space, and then we will put make our own little tag to go back here, because I am not seeing anything like so. Okay, let's make that again. I like those. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and stick my paper clip on. Big side out. See? Big side, little side. Alright. Let's notch. So this top part gets a notch, and then this right here gets a notch. Alright. And then we can ink. Oops, there we go. Alright, and then this one, where did my other one? Oh, here it is, the one that we just made. Okay, I just want to make sure I'm doing it the opposite, because that one I've got the pink coming out. Okay, a little more ink here. There we go. That's going to be a pocket, so you're not going to see there. Yeah, put a little bit of ink right there. Perfect. Get a little more ink back here. Because if they take it off, they're going to see it. Alright. So, glue here and glue here. That makes that pocket. And then make sure I don't get any glue on my ephemera. A little bit of tape. That's just going to keep paper clip from moving or coming out. Okay, so some glue here, glue over there, and then down this side, flip that up, and there's our little pocket. And then, of course, decorate all we want. Alright. So, let's notch and notch and some ink there. That's going to be a pocket. Ink there, a little ink there. Okay. Paper clip. Big side out. Tape. There we go. And glue. Glue. And glue. Oh, it's the top and the bottom there. Okay, there's our little pocket. Alright, and then some glue here. And some glue here. And there's our other little pocket. These are just adorable and fun. And last one. Oh, this is the one that I started and I was like, oh, I should bring everybody along with me. That's the same kind of paper, so I'm actually going to bring it this way. Okay. It's going to open like that. A little ink there. Ink there. Some ink down here. It's going to be the back side. Okay. Okay. Get those corners better. Alright. Yes, I want the flowers out on this one. Alright. Paper clip. Big side out. A little bit of tape. And this is just masking tape that I'm using. Alright. And then some glue here. glue over on this side and down the back side and flip that up. Oh, I forgot. Hey, my notch is over here. Oh, because it's because I decided to flip it around. Which is fine. We could have it over here. But that's not going to work very well since I put glue on the wrong side. So, well, hang on. What if, hang on. Little, no, let's just, we'll forfeit this one. Yep. But that way I don't have to throw it away and I can use it for something else. Alright, that can be a pocket. Oops. I forgot to ink. There we go. This is the right side. Let's glue something on there real quick. So, is that my doggy dog? Doggy dog. Laying outside my door to protect me. Not sure from what, with him being scared of his own shadow, but alright, so now I know this is the correct side. So that'll make a cute little pocket. We'll find something to put in there. How perfect is that? Okay, and then these will make a cute little pocket as well. And looky there, we didn't waste the paper and we bounced back from our boo-boo. Okay, my boo-boo. But regardless, that's okay. That is quite alright. Make sure I don't throw my little heart there away. That'll be cute in there. But, I mean, endless possibilities here on decorating. And lots to choose from here. Okay. So, that is the, we'll call it the boo-boo pocket. We got those. There we go. And then we've got 3 half-hidden paper clips. And I would leave the big side out when you're making these. I mean, the little side will, of course, still work, but I think the big side will just be a little better. And then we'll make some journal cards to go in here with cute little pull tabs. So we have 3 of those. And then we made 2 little sweet envelopes with some journal cards. Well, a journal card in that one. And then we've got some ephemera over here. No, that will not fit, but I could trim on both sides and then it'll fit. The library card, will it fit? No. It's okay. We'll make a card. Alright guys, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. That is the best way to support me. Don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all so that you do not miss any future content from me. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye.